I'm joined on Countdown by HSBC's chief Russian economist, Alexander Morozov. Good morning, Alexander.
Good morning.
So, is Russia truly open for business?
Well, in terms of economic growth, we expect growth to accelerate this year. But so far, it's not so much the structural story behind this, but again, the surge in oil prices. And even for credit agencies, the surge in oil prices is the thing that they cannot ignore. This is, I think, was one of the reasons why Fitch improved its outlook for Russia.
The big issue for Russia right now is inflation, isn't it? And it's something that authorities are going to have to address pretty quickly. A rate hike this quarter?
Well, we expect both inflation acceleration and hike in policy rates in Russia, but to tell you the truth, for the Russian authorities, inflation has never been the key priority. Stimulating growth has always been their key priority. If you look back, inflation has never been lower than 8.8% during the past 10, 12 years. This year, we expect inflation to end up with 9.5%.
How many more rate hikes, then, should there be in the possible 3 to 6 months?
Well, we expect that from the inflation path, it's justified 150% basis point hike, yet the authorities most likely deliver less than that, and we expect to deliver 75 basis point hikes, which still be lower than current inflation level.
The economy itself, I mean, it's in good shape, as you say, and it is heavily dependent on oil prices, which are at or around $90 a barrel, Alexander. Last year, the economy should have grown around, 3.8%. This year, probably around 4.2%. But it still lags behind the other BRICS, doesn't it? How do you narrow the gap between Russia and the other BRIC nations?
Well, it boils out to a structural story. We need to improve the business climate. Yeah. And as you well know, in Russia there is a lot of structural barriers for business, administrative barriers for business. Corruption is a well-known problem, and authorities, Medvedev including, admitted that. Unless this is addressed, Russia will not be able to grow as fast as everybody would like it to be.
Is it being addressed? We seem to be talking about this endlessly, don't we?
Well, indeed, it's not so much a problem of understanding that something has to be done about that, but real things that needs to be done. And in that respect, we have not seen many witnesses. It's still to be done.
Does it mean there's a limit on the growth? I mean, what's the limit if they don't make these structural changes on GDP?
According to our estimates, a kind of equilibrium growth rate without any changes would not exceed 4%, yeah. And probably even less. And Russia indeed needs to diversify its economy through improvement in business climate away from hydrocarbons in order to accelerate its economic growth in the medium to longer term.
Alexander, thanks for joining us today. Alexander Morozov there from HSBC.